Hello guys, this is Pap from Pap back at it again, and today we have the first video of the new stuff that came out, I think yesterday, between the day before and yesterday. So first thing first, as you may have seen from the thumbnail, we're talking about Dark Magician that actually didn't see any of the new, Buster Blader just got some support. The Link monster in the mini box, that's all we had more. But this build focuses on the new skill that actually does not require any of the new support, as I kind of predicted into the in the box review and the skill review that happened, I think, last week. I knew this would have been super broken, especially going second. It's skill that gives you +2, plus access to a card that can make you have, a boy with piercing damage going for lethal. But you will see everything, of course, in this replay, in the replays and in the Decklist breakdown, guys. This is just the beginning, of course. We're gonna have following the other new decks, not in this video of course, but in the next video, so of course stay tuned. And before jumping right to it, guys, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done it yet. It really helps me a lot, and thank you so much for doing it. Let's jump right into the deck list. So actually into the game first. I'm using Yugioh just because I had to farm some skills, and also because he's the only one having a line with Buster Blader, so things to have in mind. The deck is pretty simple to use. You can change it, of course. I'm gonna tell everything you can do here. So we got Bane of Darkness. This is the new skill. Let's have a quick recap of the skill. Second and third effect just once per duel, so it's not a cancel skill, because once you use it, you're done, nothing more. You have strong limitations because you can't special summon level 2 or higher monsters except level 6 or higher dark. Now that's super sad, as you in Buster Blader monster, of course. So that means you can't summon the dragon, the Buster Dragon. That's super sad. The thing, of course, that he gives us is that we can normal summon Dark Magician and Buster Blader. Of course, normal summoning Dark Magician is the thing we're gonna focus on with this build. The other thing is we have two parts. One, shuffle one card from your hand into the deck, reveal one Dark Magician, and play one Buster Blader from your hand or deck to your field in face down defense position. It can be flipped, of course. So this, as the skill is written, it allows us to play one Buster Blader, because if we draw that Buster Blader, we can use the skill to shuffle it back into the deck and then summon it, playing it with the skill itself. During the turn, you normal summon Dark Magician. Keep in mind, this is super important. Add one Polymerization and one Diffusion Wave Motion from outside of your deck to your hand. So we have Poly plus Diffusion Wave Motion. This is a +2 out of nowhere. This is super nice because, as I already told you during the skill when it was leaked, Diffusion Wave Motion plus Dark Cavalry means basically lethal, because it's a boy that inflicts piercing damage that can attack all of your opponent's monsters. Because of course Diffusion Wave motion can be used on Dark Cavalry that is a level 7 or higher spellcaster. That's it, this is the build. So let's start by saying triple Dark Magician and triple Apprentice are mandatory. You want to have a Dark Magician in your hand. Now you could use actually you can't. If you want to try it, you can use Fusion Conscription that can let you grab a Dark Magician, but then you actually can't normal summon it because of the limitation of Fusion Conscription, so that's why I'm not using it. I'm preferring instead Fusion Deployment. Why? Even if after you summon Dark Magician with the deployment, you don't have access to the third part of the skill, you can still trigger two important things. An eventual Dark Magical Circle to punish a card, so it can be used even before going into your full combo, your main combo, and then Piercing the Darkness to allow you to draw an extra card, and maybe drawing the Dark Magician you need to normal summon, or also the Apprentice that can search your Dark Magician. So as you can see, we literally have no other normal summon hub other than Dark Magician, but we're trying to maximize the chances of having the Dark Magician in hand. One Buster Blader, as I told you, is perfectly fine. Piercing the Darkness, allowing not only the draws, but basically lethal. You can finish duels so quickly with Piercing the Darkness and Apprentice through an attack position monster, but now thanks to Dark Cavalry, even through a defense position monster, we don't have to care about looking for a water type monster because that's provided by Buster Blader. And then we have Kydroid, because you're gonna draw so much, and this is the best protection for your combo, the best protection if you wanna survive more turns. In my opinion, the best options in terms of cost and effectiveness, like even because it's free to play, as you will see in the replays. And last but not least, the perfect tech card for this deck, Fusion Recovery. These will allow you to go for double fusion turn 1 play, triggering the effect of the Dark Magicians. So you basically have 3 choices here for the extra deck: the Dark Magicians, Dark Cavalry, and Dark Paladin. So what's the thing here? The turn 1, apart from Kydroid, is gonna be not the best one, but not even so weak, because you're always gonna end, I mean most of the times, when you get the Fusion Recovery. So actually keep in mind, take into account playing triple Fusion Recovery, eventually just doing like this. I just wanted to keep it at 20, so I'm chilling. Also, I'm not even using the limited 1 slot, so you can even do that. But basically, your turn 1 is gonna be the Dark Magicians first to draw 1 more card, and then it's either the Dark Cavalry or Dark Paladin. So what does the choice depend on? It depends on your opponent. So if you're facing a Blue Eyes, you might want to go for Dark Paladin to negate the Successor Soul, the Ultimate Fusion, and to have a boy that actually increases its attack the more the duel goes on. If instead you're playing against Sauge de Flare, you might prefer Dark Cavalry to negate stuff that targets like Sauge de Flare. So, well, that's the thing. It depends, of course. Dark Magicians is always gonna be there because it enables a defensive play thanks to his floating effect. Plus, he gives you the chance to draw even during your opponent's turn. So that's wonderful. The deck is super easy to play when you go second. I mean, I'm gonna show you everything, of course, in the replays. I jumped from Legend Rank 1 to Legend Rank 3, and it's the first week of the month. It was pretty easy, just because, again, going second, this deck is super strong. This also provides, of course, a banish, so these can let you go through everywhere. So you basically have to care only about back rows most of the times, but you can banish with these, or you can negate with Dark Cavalry. Don't forget about it. Nothing, guys, that's it. That's, I think, one of the cleanest version we can have with Dark Magician. I'm super happy. No, like I always hope to have decks that enable more spicy plays. Now this is not super spicy, it's just Dark Cavalry boonga boonga going for piercing damage, but it's still fun because it's Dark Magician. But yeah, this is the skill. Not super good for Buster Blade itself, if I have to be honest, but still. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and let's jump right into the replays. Here we go, my boys. First replay against Duel and the Secret Beast. Let's see what we have here. Not the perfect end because we need Dark Magician, right? So circle, there you go, we grab it. Then we got the Piercing the Darkness, and here comes the magic. You shuffle the Buster Blader to summon it back again, revealing the Dark Magician. Then you normal summon the Dark Magician, draw the... Now, here guys, what a mistake was done, because I should have activated Dark Magical Circle. Actually, I had to. But in case you have already the Dark Magician, activates the circle after playing the Buster Blader so that you draw exactly what you want. So we got the perfect draw, recovery fusion, then the skill because we normal summon Dark Magician to get polymerization and the fusion wave motion. Then we got the first fusion deployment to get another spellcaster on the field, because the first fusion summon you want to do is actually the Dark Magicians, so that you can use the fusion recovery to trigger the Dark Magicians and get a draw. There you go, fusion recovery, again the poly and the Dark Magician back, draw enabled by the Dark Magicians, additional, side effect failure unfortunately, but still good. Now we can still go on with the polymerization, this time going into the Dark Paladin, because we wanted to stop eventually his spell card. So he's got the beaconing here, to play a 4K beat stick on the field, flipping that up. Now Serene Skyfire, I decided not to negate that because I wanted to negate, I had only one card of course, right, and I wanted to negate the eventual Fallen Paradise. That's why I was waiting, or any back row like a Book of Moon or else. So I just drew, super nice. Now he's attacking, but keep in mind I have Piercing the Darkness, so he can't go through because I'm just bigger anyway. So he had to negate the effect with the Skyfire, but the cost of Skyfire is putting the Hammer in defense. So we're chilling at this point. Fusion deployment to begin with. Let's see if he's stopping that. Actually he can't because he has to change in Hammer in defense. So Dark Magician here to trigger the Dark Magicians, the Circle and the Piercing the Darkness. Banish plus 2 draws. Dude, what else do we even need? That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here we go, my boys. Second duel against Sherry. We're going second. Let's see what we have here. Revolution the flares, but it just sets a monster. So I guess he breaked again, obviously. So we got Dark Magicians and Piercing the Darkness. As you can see, we kind of breaked because with the Circle we didn't have a Dark Magician among the cards we excavated. So in this case, deployment was the answer. We went with Dark Magician, as you can see, banishing a card, drawing an additional card. That was, in this case, let's see what, a Fusion Recovery, not the best one. Now we just have to wait here. We have the Kydroid, so we're kind of chilling. He's got Revolution the Flare this time, so maybe he had an Entrap as well. I don't know, honestly, makes not that much sense to me. He went with the Pop, Sorcerer the Flare, then the skill to transform the Dark Magician into another level 8. The Ingirsu is here, getting rid of the Piercing the Darkness. He attacks, but we don't care. Kydroid here, just Kydroiding, you know. So we're chilling at this point. Dark Magician, perfect. We can just use the skill, play a Buster Blader. There you go. Then we got Dark Magician Summon to banish the Dingirsu thanks to the Circle. At this point, double grab thanks to the skill. First, fusion deployment into another boy, because we always want to go first into the Dark Magicians to enable and having the extra draw. Then recovery fusion, getting the Dark Magicians back. Plus, of course, the draw. There you go. Polymerization into this time Dark Recovery, we can attack, we have more than lethal, he is scooped. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Third duel, my boys, we have Fluffles Edge Imp Retrofit. He's going first. He didn't have a great turn one, but I guess he had everything he wanted because he's got, of course, the sight. Also, prismatic as mine. Then the bear getting the toy vendor using the effect, actually not even using the effect, so he's chilling right now. So we got the Piercing the Darkness to begin with, then the skill to play the Buster Blader, and then at this point the Dark Magician. There you go, normal summon to get an additional draw. That was another fusion recovery, plus the skill to get the polymerization and the diffusion wave motion. Then polymerization first, as always, guys, into the Dark Magicians, then fusion recovery into the Apprentice this time, because we wanted to draw an extra card, circle again, getting another circle, then additional summon with Apprentice, getting another Dark Magician, and now at this point polymerization again into the second Dark Magician. Now I didn't see the Dark Cavalry because if he summons the whale, the Cruel Whale, the effect of destruction of the Cruel Whale does not target, so it makes no sense to summon Dark Cavalry, even though in the end, because I had another Fusion Recovery, I said, you know what, I'm going for it. I should have triggered that, actually, and go first into the Menfei, into the, baiting to want it to go into the battle phase, because side is only during the man phase, keep in mind that, but yeah, that's the same. It was smart though, as you will see, because he's gonna use side, of course, summoning the will, but he's actually popping the Piercing the Darkness. That was the only card we had in order to having a lethal. So now it's got the vendor, getting the sabers, and then we're, at this point, we're waiting and we can't attack. Why? Without the Piercing the Darkness, we can't go through the whale, because the whale can boost itself up, and there's nothing we can go with. So that was a very good move. He's got the dog, the bear that is having, grabbing the toy vendor, so additional draw. We're grabbing a couple of draws here, that's super nice. So, the apprentice also as well, we're chilling now, pressing again. Wings is gonna draw a lot as well, with the toy vendor grabbing the Fluffle cut, and here comes all the fusion summon that this stuff can do. Now actually I could have gone into the Dark Paladin to get the polymerization. That was a misplay actually, instead of the Dark Cavalry, not gonna lie. But I was thinking about the Tiger, that's why, so that was a misplay. Dark Paladin would have probably stopped the duel sooner, but still. He popped first the Dark Cavalry without targeting, then the Abers comes back, polymerization into this time the Tiger, so he can pop everything. But guess what? He's popping everything, but the Dark Magicians are providing the Dark Magician and the Dark Magician Girl. So we still have protection, plus we have Kyroid after 2 draws, so he's going all in. He's not done yet, he's got 5 perfusion, also to go into the Kraken that attacks 2 times. So there you go, first attack of Kraken, second attack of Kraken, then attacking with the whale, boosting to have lethal straight away. But guess what? We got Kyroid to stop that, then again the whale, we can take that attack, and then the Tiger to Kyroid it out, and then he scooped. Actually, he waited a long time. Next turn, guys. With the Piercing the Darkness, we could have just gone into. Actually, we needed a Dark Magician to go for this, honestly. So it was not super easy to go for, but still we have the Apprentice, so we would have had actually a sure Dark Magician. Discarding anything we have, grabbing the Dark Magician, Piercing the Darkness. Also the circle, so we can go through lethal actually, thanks to the combination of Apprentice and Piercing Darkness. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Here is my 3rd win in a row. This time we have Altergeist, and we don't care about Altergeist. You know why? Because we have Dark Cavalry. It's us to go first. Dark Magical Circle, we have the Dark Magician, Piercing Darkness first, so we can draw exactly what we want. We grab the void, there you go, drawing the fusion deployment. So I knew what I was drawing, guys. That's why I went for it. So I have the 3rd part of the skill, then fusion deployment to summon the another Dark Magician. So at this point, polymerization into the Dark Magicians. Now fusion recovery, enabling the Dark Magician in hand, so we can use the other part of the skill plus the draw of the Dark Magicians. There you go, shuffling back the diffusion wave motion that we do not need. At this point, polymerization again into the Dark Cavalry, plus fusion recovery again, so that we have 3 cards in hand plus 2 boys that are scary. Then we have, he's got the Marionetzer to set the Emulate health plus 2 sets, but again guys, we don't care, not even about the what is the name? Jeez. Multi-faker, right? So we started with the Dark Magician summon to trigger the circle and banish the guy. Then Piercing the Darkness also enable a draw, another draw with the Dark Magician, Emulate Elf, we don't care. Multi-faker is here, that's totally fine. He's gonna summon not even the Silk Kiddos because he knows I can just negate it. So in this case, guys, I had lethal, but I misclicked. So I didn't use Apprentice, I had more than lethal there. Because keep in mind, look at this, 4k, he had 5k, so I had double Apprentice. In this case I'm just attacking, so the duel is lasting a little bit more just because I misclicked and I didn't use Apprentice, but as you can see, he doesn't have a chance. At this point, as you will see, he's grabbing the multi-figure, but he's just surrendering. He's surrendering literally, as you can see right here. This was my rank up. Why was he surrendering? Because he realized he can't do nothing against Dark Cavalry. All he has targets, and Dark Cavalry can just negate, and we have 5 cards in hand. And we keep on drawing with the Dark Magicians. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. Last but not least, interrupting a full win trick. This guy was in legendary rank 5, but it was not going to cog, guys, so I didn't stop his rank up. So he's got Revolution the Flares, but with, as you will see, Orest. So let's speed things up. It's gonna end on a almost classic build with the Beatrice, and of course the automation. It's got the Babel. It's got the of course the Yugioh out on the field, so we can't destroy this board, right? But literally knows we don't care about a breakable board. We can just have lethal through it. So we started with the Apprentice to get a Dark Magician, of course, on the field. Then Bane to get shuffling one of the circle because we just need one. Then circle first. It's got the Beatrice to get that away. Wrong. He should have done that on the Piercing the Darkness. There you go. We got actually, even if we did on this with the circle, we would have banished the Yugioh. So there was no chance in the end. So we got the additional draw. Then we got the skill because we normal summon Dark Magician +2. Then polymerization #1. Actually, I went straight away into Dark Cavalry. I didn't care about anything. I'm just going with Fusion Recovery, grabbing these again, and I cared about nothing. I'm using the Fusion Wave motion to attack everyone, but I just need one attack. Piercing the Darkness plus Apprentice, even if he avoids destruction, eats 5k through a defense position monster, and I could have attacked even the other monster. That's how you do it, my boys. There you go. So guys, I didn't show you the other rank up. Unfortunately, I actually lost it in the way in the recording. So, but still, you can definitely cog with this, just because it's super easy to play, and when he goes second, it really has a lot of stuff. I mean, it's not that he has a lot of stuff, but that if your opponent does not have specifically a card that he can to remove your Dark Cavalry that does not target, is just gonna lose most of the time, because you draw a lot. You're always gonna draw into either your Apprentice or Piercing the Darkness, and these two cards plus Dark Cavalry means just lethal through any monsters, attack or defense position. It is, we don't care. So yeah, but that's Dark Magician. That's not really BUSTER BLADER, if we have to be honest, but still, that's it for the new deck. Guys, again, cog worthy 100%. Let me know, of course, if you have any questions. Don't be afraid to drop them in the comment section down below. Thanks a lot for watching, and as always, see you in the next one.